Hey everyone, today in this video, I'm going to be showing you 5 fatal cold email mistakes. So if you're running cold email right now with your company and you're not seeing any ROI or results, you're probably making at least one of these mistakes. And if you're thinking about getting into expanding your outreach with cold email, prevent running any of these mistakes because they will kill your campaigns even sometimes before you send out that first email. All right, so number 1, infrastructure. Okay, when you send cold emails, you need to do volume. Thousands of emails need to go out per month, and infrastructure is extremely important. Deliverability is extremely important because you just can't mass send them now. Microsoft, Google will mark you as spam. You'll go immediately to the spam box, and yeah, you want to get right into your buyer's inbox, not into their spam inbox. So number 1 is I'll see limited sending accounts is people will only use, whenever I'm doing these audits, I see people using 2 to 3 email accounts, all right, and they're sending 200 emails per email account. That will restrict your sending capacity. You can only send a few hundred. And it increases your spam risk. Basically, those inboxes, I guarantee you, mostly all of those emails are going to the spam box. If some of them are landing, eventually the next campaign you run, those messages will definitely go to the spam because Google, Microsoft can see that you're sending so many of these emails from that same inbox, and they're going to say, hey, this is not normal sending behavior. This doesn't seem like a human, and mark you as spam. Number 2, primary domain exposure. Sending from your main domain endangers your company's email reputation. So a lot of times I'll see people are sending from their actual company domain email. This will endanger your company's domain. It could blacklist the domain and it puts it at risk. So definitely don't do this. Create new domains that you can create new inboxes from so you can send it mass and without it endangering your company's domain. Because once you do that, extremely hard to get back. Inadequate warming. Each account needs at least 2 weeks of warming before campaign launch. When you do this, you need at least 2 weeks to seem, whenever you create these new inboxes, to seem like you're basically a real person. These are real legitimate email accounts. And again, that will increase your deliverability and get you right to your buyer's inbox and not put you in the spam inbox. That's the most important thing with infrastructure. Okay, if you don't have the infrastructure set up, I can guarantee you that you are not seeing any results from cold email. Number 2, bad emails. So the problem, long emails with multiple links, talking too much about themselves, too detailed, already asking what times they are free for a meeting in the first initial email. Okay, terrible. The solution, keep emails concise and focus on the recipient. Limit it to 50 to 100 words. Avoid links in initial outreach. If you put links in the initial outreach, you will definitely go to spam. Google email Google and Microsoft do not want you to be phishing somebody. So if you put links in the initial message, right to spam, right to jail. Okay? So save detailed information for follow-up conversations. For example, hi, I hope you're having a great week. My name is Jessica, and I'm a senior account executive at CloudSync Enterprise Solutions, blah, 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 blah. Okay, again, talking about yourself. Way too long of an email. I don't know you. Okay, I'm probably not going to read it because you're just talking about yourself in the first second. This doesn't catch my attention at all. I don't care if you're a senior account executive. I don't care. I don't know you. So, yeah, skip this. I notice you're using HubSpot, Salesforce, and Slack. I'm sure you experience the same integration headaches that most SaaS companies face: data silos, manual data entries, and syncing errors. Good. All right. This is a good message. Okay. They're talking about if I have these problems, they have my attention now. I'm going to keep reading. Okay. They've hit a pain point. Again, talking about me instead of them. Our AI-powered platform helped hundreds of SaaS companies eliminate these problems. We recently helped a client significantly reduce their integration costs while improving data accuracy. Hey guys, if you're a B2B SaaS owner and you want to fill up your pipeline on a strictly pay-per-show basis, you can do that at impactleadgen.io. I'm also going to put a link in the description below so you can book a quick call with me there. So yeah, back to the video. Okay, well, they can help me with my problem. I'm still interested. It would help a little bit if they added some actual numbers to this that will increase social proof and desire. But yeah, this is a solution to my problem. Let me keep reading. This, again, talking about yourself, a little bit too long. Sometimes this works, but very rarely. Again, too long. Talk about this on the call, or if they talk about interest, then you can talk more about what you provide. I'd love to show you a personalized demo. We currently offering a free trial plus Commerce integration audit. Are available Thursday, 2 p.m. EST or Friday, 11 a.m. EST. Bruh. Already asking for a call. Already asking for a call. If I made it this far and you're already asking me for a call, I didn't even say I'm interested. You're already forcing yourself on me of like asking if I'm ready for a call. Don't do this, okay? You have to ask permission first to get them to take the next step. Then you can introduce time for a call. Links, no, spam. Again, if I were to make it this far in the email and let's say I'm interested, if in that slight chance at that point of this email, I have 3 different things I can do going forward. Am I going to book a call? Am I going to click on the links? What am I going to do? Let's say I click on the link. Let's say I don't think you're phishing me. And I click on the link. Oh, now I got a Slack message. Now I got a Teams message. I'm not going to respond to your email. You lost me. Now I'm going to go about my day and finish my inbox. Finish clearing my inbox, okay? So don't do this. This is 3 different calls to action of taking the next step. Make it simple, okay? Are interested in discussing, okay? That's it. You need to make it easy to say yes, not confusing. Good cold email. Hello, first name. Saw you're interested in signing up for competitor. Oh, okay. I am. Now they got my attention. They know a little bit about me. We have a competitor to your competitor that we think is better because you can avoid high setup costs and long onboarding process. Actually, that is a pain point of mine. Now I've created a little bit more interest. Okay, this is a pain point I have. Well, what do they have to say about my pain point? We recently partnered with client. They saw a 23% reduction in ramp-up time. Okay, social proof. And now they're triggering my desire. They have a way to solve it. They've figured out how to solve my pain point. And they've already done it before. Oh, okay. Well, let's see what they have to say. Let me see if they can fix my problem as well. Let me know if you're interested in seeing a quick demo. Soft CTA. Just, hey, let me know if you're interested. Raise your hand. Give me permission to see if we can talk further. All right, super simple. Hopefully you see the difference between those 2 emails. All right, you should add your signature to this one too, but not in there, okay? Number 3, focusing on the wrong metrics. So many times people are focused on open rate. I promise you, every single time I see people, I do an audit and people are focused on open rate, they don't have any actual booked meetings or very, very limited booked meetings. Because number 1, open rate is actually extremely unreliable. Whenever you track open rate, you put a code into your email, and basically the email service providers are marking you as spam immediately. Okay? So even if you have technically it shows a good email open rate, that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't actually accurate. And I promise you, when you're doing that, it's gonna significantly decrease responses. And the metric that actually matters, which is booked meetings and positive responses of prospects raising their hand, interested to see your SaaS solution. Okay, so this is the only metric that matters. Response rate we can look at in terms of is the email getting to your buyer's inbox. So you want at least a 1% most of the time. About 90% of the time, you want at least a 1%. Okay, that means that your email is make it to the inbox. All right. Then you're going to look at positive response rate, because this is what matters. If you're only focused on response rate, you could have 2 campaigns that maybe one has a higher response rate, but they say, don't contact me anymore, not really interested, that type of stuff. It's going to skew the data. You're going to say, hey, that has a higher response rate, but in reality, the one who has a lower response rate has more positive responses. That's the one that you want to scale. Okay, so this is really important. You can track these in Smart Lead, Instantly, those types of cold email tools. All right. If you do HubSpot and those different things, you can't track positive response rate. And this is how you iterate and get better and make your cold email machine better, thus booking more meetings on autopilot. Bounce rate should never exceed, really should be 3 to 5%. Otherwise, again, your inboxes, your email inboxes, your machine will go to shit, basically. And yeah, you will again be sent to the spam box. And your machine, goodbye. Number 4, poor subject line practices. People are like way too focused on subject lines when it's not that easy. They overcomplicate this way too much. Too long, subject line gets cut off after 50 characters on mobile devices. Most people are checking their email on their mobile device. Okay, so very important we keep it short and simple. Generic, non-personalized subjects signal mass messaging and feel impersonal. If it seems like in any way they're trying to pitch me something, I'm probably not going to open it. Overpromising, hyperbolic claims damage credibility and trigger spam filters. Hey, with our SaaS software, we can save you thousands of dollars. Okay, again, that seems generic. It seems like you're trying to sell me something. You're not even having a conversation with me yet. Okay, too much. No intrigue. Subjects should create curiosity that compels recipients to open. All right, subject lines, bad subject lines. Good thing is very easy to fix. Here are some battle-tested subject lines you can literally use. Quick question, first name. Personalize. Very simple. This will at least get them to open the message. That's it. That's all you got to say. If you're calling me out by my first name, I'm going to at least open the message. And that's all the subject line is supposed to do. It's not trying to sell you. It's not trying to do anything else but open the message. Intro. Company name times your company. Okay? I got some intrigue. Let me see. They're talking about my company and their company. Who is this company? Let me see. Question for you. First name. Again, that's it. Battle tested. It still works today. Try it out. I promise it will work for you too. Still works. Because it creates intrigue, gets me to, hey, maybe they got something to say to me. They're using my first name. Your open rates will be just fine. Number 5. Inadequate testing and scale. So when we're making a cold email machine that books you meetings essentially on autopilot, we have to constantly iterate. The first time you build a machine, the first time you build your MVP, your SaaS, it's not going to work the first time. It's just like the same thing with cold email, okay? We just have to focus on the data, tracking the right metrics, and iterating from there. And then the machine gets better and better and better, eventually booking more and more meetings. And we got it dialed in. Okay, it's the same thing with cold email, making a cold email machine. So A/B testing. Failing to test multiple versions prevents learning what works best. You should be testing at least, in your first campaign, at least 3 to 5 different angles. Okay? If you're only testing one, not going to work. We have to test at least 3 to 5 different angles. Each angle, you want at least 500 contacts that you're testing each angle with. So usually first campaign will be about 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 leads. We're going to test that, see which angle is working, focused on the right metrics. This angle is booking more meetings, or this one is getting more positive responses. I'm going to now scale this angle and test it against different angles in the following iteration. Okay? So that's really what it is. If you're testing like 2 angles and you have 200 contacts, each angle is 100 email contacts, we don't have enough data to even make an informed decision. At that point, you're just doing it emotionally or just completely guessing. There's no actual informed data. There's no 100% certainty in anything, but at least we have some data to fall back on if we're testing an angle with at least 500 contacts. Okay, so that makes it to at least the next iteration, we can make sure that that machine is working a bit better. Segmentation. Not dividing prospects by relevant criteria reduces relevance. So if we want a higher response rate, we should usually, most cases, not always the case, depends on your offer, but we should usually figure out, hey, is this, because different industries have different pain points, so finance, tech, healthcare, human resources, all of that type of jazz. They might have different pain points. CTOs, CMOs, founders, sales enablement managers, directors of accounting, that type of stuff. So they have different pain points. So we should usually segment by those and pick apart their pain points. That will be more likely that they'll want to book a call with us if we know their world, if we speak to their world, their pain points. So segmentation, iteration, again, just like I said, takes a few campaigns, takes some time, a little bit of time to test and figure out what works in the machine. Then we're just going to go in this loop until we got a greased up loop that just spins easy and fast and books you meetings every month consistently on autopilot. Okay, so if you're making any one of these mistakes, you are really killing your cold email outbound results, and go and fix them. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask below in the comments. If you want me to check out do an audit for you and check out what's going on with your campaigns, feel free to book a call. I want to leave the link down below in the subscription. And yeah, talk soon.